I want to point out that the evidence about a potential lab leak theory has been hiding in plain sight for months. You know, the fact that our federal agencies, under the direction of Anthony Fauci, funded this type of research for years has been laying out there hidden in plain sight for months. Shame on the media, shame on the social media for not paying attention to it, for completely ignoring it. The result of this 18-month gap of fully exploring the true origin of the COVID virus probably means we'll never get to the bottom of it. China's had 18 months to destroy this evidence. But make no doubt about it, China is guilty. They are culpable. They knew they had a coronavirus. They knew they had a deadly pandemic-type virus in Wuhan. They didn't allow flights out of Wuhan to the rest of China, but they let that virus infect the entire world. So we already know China's guilty. We already know they have to be held to account. I think we also need to hold the news media and the social media accountable as well. This isn't the only area of suppression. I could list a long list of false narratives, false stories that the drive-by media promotes and then never really adequately retracts. But when it comes to COVID, I have personal experience with censorship and suppression that I believe has cost tens of thousands of Americans their lives. The NIH guidelines as it relates to treatment of COVID remains a compassionless guideline to basically do nothing. Go home, isolate yourself, be afraid, and if you just happen to get sick enough where you have to check yourself in the hospital, check yourself in the hospital. Maybe we can save your life. I held 2 hearings on early treatment. Dr. Peter McCulloch laid out the 4 pillars of pandemic response. The first one is try and stop the spread. Well, China is guilty in not doing that. The second pillar is early treatment. Basically, how we apply medicine to every other condition, early detection, early treatment. Then in-hospital treatment, then finally vaccine. Why did our health agencies, why did Anthony Fauci, why did the mainstream media suppress and censor doctors who had the courage and compassion to treat patients early with cheap, generic, repurposed drugs? Why did that happen? There is growing evidence. It's not being reported on by the media. Mexico's having great success with ivermectin. Certain provinces in India are having great success with ivermectin. Where's the reporting on that? We've seen studies where 50 to 85% of lives could have been saved. It prevents that much death. Apply that percentage to the 600,000 Americans that lost their lives, which is why I believe the news media will never admit their complicity and why they will never admit they were wrong here. But it's not too late. Lives can be saved. We're still going to need early treatment. No matter how effective a vaccine is, no matter how effective immunity from having been infected is, other people will get infected. Other people are going to need early treatment. So I am imploring the media, pay attention to people like Dr. Corey, Dr. Peter McCulloch, the other doctors that have the courage and compassion to treat patients. It's not too late. We need to start and really robustly explore early treatment now.